You wake up in the morning and before you even get out of bed, you feel it, a strange tingling in your feet as if thousands of tiny needles are pressing into the soles. Or maybe you reach for your morning cup of tea and your fingers feel oddly numb, not quite yours. For millions of older adults, this is not just an occasional oddity, it is a daily reality. And for too many people, it is quietly ignored until it becomes something much harder to manage. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 warning signs of peripheral neuropathy that you must not ignore, and 3 evidence-based actions you can take right now to slow its progression, ease the discomfort, and protect your independence. Before we go any further, I want to ask you something, and I genuinely want to hear your honest answer. Has numbness or tingling in your feet or hands ever stopped you from doing something you love? Maybe it was a walk in the garden you had to cut short. Maybe it was a moment when you felt unsteady on your feet and had to hold the wall. Maybe it was simply buttoning a shirt and your fingers just would not cooperate. Write it in the comments right now, 1 sentence, because your answer may be exactly what someone else watching this video today needs to hear. So what is actually happening inside your body? Think of your nerves as electrical cables running from your brain and spinal cord all the way out to your feet and fingertips. Peripheral neuropathy means those cables are being damaged, frayed, compressed, or starved of the nutrients they need to function. According to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, part of the NIH, more than 20 million people in the United States alone live with some form of peripheral neuropathy. The most common causes in older adults are type 2 diabetes, B12 deficiency, poor circulation, and certain medications. The critical word here is peripheral, meaning the nerves farthest from the center of your body are affected first, your feet and your hands, which is exactly why the 3 signs I am about to describe tend to appear there first. Sign number 1, persistent numbness or tingling in your feet or hands, particularly when it is there when you wake up or returns throughout the day without an obvious cause like sitting in one position for too long. Occasional tingling when your leg falls asleep is normal. But when it becomes a regular morning greeting, or when you notice that your feet feel like they belong to someone else when you stand up, that is your nervous system sending you a signal. The clinical term is paresthesia, pronounced per-ez-the-ja. It is one of the earliest and most consistent signs of peripheral nerve damage. According to guidelines published by the American Academy of Neurology, persistent paresthesia in the distal extremities, that is the furthest parts of your limbs, warrants medical evaluation. What to do right now? Talk to your doctor and ask specifically about a nerve conduction study, a B12 blood level test, and a fasting glucose test. These 3 tests together give your doctor the clearest picture of what is happening to your nerves. Sign number 2, unexplained balance problems, particularly a new feeling of unsteadiness when you walk, when you stand up from a chair, or when you walk across an uneven surface. Here is why this happens. Your feet contain thousands of specialized nerve endings called proprioceptors, from the Latin proprius, meaning one's own. These tiny sensors continuously send your brain real-time information about where your feet are, how much pressure is on each part of your sole, and whether the ground beneath you is level. When peripheral neuropathy damages those nerves, that information stream becomes unreliable, like a GPS that keeps losing its signal. Your brain can no longer fully trust what your feet are telling it. The result is poor balance, a wider walking stance, and a significantly elevated risk of falls. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in adults over 65, and peripheral neuropathy is one of the most under-recognized contributors to that risk. If you have noticed new unsteadiness, please tell your doctor. It is not just getting older. Sign number 3, a sharp burning or electric shock-like pain in your feet or hands, particularly when it occurs at rest or at night when you are trying to sleep. This type of pain is different from the ache of arthritis or sore muscles. It often feels like a sudden jolt, a deep burning heat, or what many patients describe as walking on hot gravel. It is not caused by injury, it is caused by damaged nerve fibers sending false pain signals to the brain. The medical term is neuropathic pain. According to a clinical review published in The Lancet, one of the world's most respected peer-reviewed medical journals, neuropathic pain affects between 7 and 10% of the general population and is significantly more common in older adults and those with diabetes. This type of pain is important to distinguish from other causes because it responds to different treatments. Standard pain relief like ibuprofen typically has little effect on neuropathic pain. Your doctor may consider medications specifically targeting nerve pain, and it is important that this conversation happens sooner rather than later. Now, 3 actions that the evidence shows can genuinely slow neuropathy's progression and reduce its symptoms. Action number 1. Address the 2 most correctable root causes: blood sugar control and vitamin B12 levels. The link between high blood sugar and nerve damage is one of the most robustly established findings in endocrinology. Persistently elevated glucose acts like a slow acid on nerve fibers. It damages their outer protective coating called the myelin sheath. According to the American Diabetes Association, tight glycemic control in people with type 2 diabetes can significantly slow the development and progression of diabetic peripheral neuropathy. Even if you do not have diabetes, ask your doctor to check your B12 level at your next appointment. Vitamin B12 is essential for maintaining the myelin sheath around your nerves. Deficiency, which is extremely common in adults over 60, particularly those taking the medication metformin or long-term proton pump inhibitors, can cause or worsen neuropathy. The fix can be as simple as a B12 supplement or a monthly injection. Action number 2. A simple 2-part movement you can do every morning from your chair, designed to improve circulation to the feet and gently stimulate the remaining nerve fibers. Part 1. The ankle pump. Sit tall in your chair with both feet flat on the floor. Inhale slowly through your nose. As you exhale gently through your mouth, slowly lift both heels off the ground while keeping your toes down. Then lower your heels, and on your next exhale, lift your toes while keeping your heels down. Alternate for 20 repetitions. This gentle pumping action stimulates blood flow through the small vessels of the foot, vessels that nourish your nerve fibers. Part 2. The toe spread. With your feet flat on the floor, inhale to prepare. As you exhale, try to spread all 5 toes apart as wide as you can, as if you are trying to grip the floor with them. Hold for 5 seconds, then release. Repeat 10 times on each foot. If foot movement is limited by swelling or pain, perform only the ankle pump with the smallest comfortable range. Even minimal movement is beneficial. A systematic review published in the journal Diabetes Care found that structured foot exercise programs in people with diabetic neuropathy significantly improved nerve conduction and reduced symptom severity. Action number 3. Protect what you cannot always feel. Because one of the most dangerous aspects of peripheral neuropathy is not the tingling or the pain, it is the loss of protective sensation. When you cannot fully feel your feet, a small blister, a pebble in your shoe, or a minor cut can go unnoticed for days. In people with diabetes and neuropathy, this is how serious foot complications begin. 2 habits that are simple and non-negotiable. First, inspect your feet every single evening. Sit in your chair, use a small hand mirror if you need to see the soles, and look for any redness, blistering, swelling, or broken skin. If you find something, do not wait. Contact your doctor. Second, choose your footwear with care. Wear properly fitted, cushioned, closed-toe shoes, even indoors. Walking barefoot on hard floors increases the risk of unnoticed injury. Look for shoes with a wide toe box, good arch support, and no internal seams that could rub. Your podiatrist can provide a formal assessment if needed. Let me summarize what we have covered today. 3 warning signs of peripheral neuropathy you must not ignore: persistent numbness or tingling in your feet or hands, new balance problems or unexplained unsteadiness, and sharp burning or electric pain at rest, especially at night. And 3 evidence-based actions to take right now. Speak to your doctor about blood sugar and B12 testing. Practice the ankle pump and toe spread exercise every morning from your chair. and commit to a daily evening foot inspection with proper supportive footwear. A free cheat sheet summarizing everything in this video, including the exercises with breathing cues, is available for download in the video description below. Please save it somewhere easy to find. If this video helped you, please subscribe. We publish evidence-based guidance for healthy aging every week. Take very good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.